It's your girl, Orlandina Balan. I am the Fertile Woman. I'm a women's physique pro in the International Federation of Bodybuilding. I'm an educator. I'm a motivator. I am the People's Holistic Lifestyle Coach. And welcome to Life Beyond the Finish Line. On today's episode, I am joined by the legendary Rich Big Daddy Salgado, trusted advisor to pro athletes, entertainers, and top leaders. As CEO of Coastal Advisors LLC, Rich has built a powerhouse brand in insurance, but his real legacy lies in service, mentorship, and connection. We're diving into what it truly means to lead with heart, integrity, and vision. So please welcome to Life Beyond the Finish Line, Rich Big Daddy Salgado.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here, and I grew up in Long Island, so being here in my backyard always makes it a little special.
It is. It's nice. I'm so excited to have you. I had the pleasure of attending the Big Daddy Golf Classic, and it was just so cool how you were able to, when they say your network is your net worth, but, I saw how you used your network to actually impact change. And to me, that is your net worth. And so I was just so taken aback by it. I was like, I got to have you on the show. Because I said, a lot of people, it's great to use your networking to build money, to build assets, to build, legacy and all these things. But to take your network and to do something so positive, I thought it was cool. So what does leadership mean at this stage of your career? You have so many platforms where you're a leader. What does it mean to you at this point?
It means being who you are. Like I always say, be who you are, say who you are, do what you are. It's a lot of people will look at you and say, wow, he knows everybody. Okay, and how does he do it?
Yeah.
I sometimes say to myself, how do I do it? But I keep it real. Like if I say I'm gonna, give you a milkshake, I bring you the milkshake. I don't make up an excuse for why I didn't give it to you or why did I tell you something and then not perform or not do what I said I was gonna do. That's, I think, is one of the most important things is do what you say and say what you do.
And say what you do. There's one athlete, he's an MMA coach actually, he's an MMA fighter and athlete, his name is Anthony, and he said, be who you say you'll be.
That's 100%.
Yeah, be who you'll say you be. So you built Coastal Advisors LLC into a trusted name. What is it, and how do you use it in this industry? I know you work with athletes and top performers and things like that. What is Coastal Advisors LLC?
We are an insurance consulting firm, and the big joke is some people will say, "Hey, you're in the insurance business, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." Am I big enough to be with you? And I'm like, what does that mean? Like, do you have to weigh more than me, or be taller than me, or be more muscular than me? What does bigger than me mean? And that's not the case at all. We work with everyone. You have a need, we help fill that need. It's all about risk and its management, and it doesn't matter what your background is or where you come from. We have, close to thousands of clients, and we have offices in Boca Raton. We're here in Roslyn, and my partner, his name is Chris Muro, so he has Florida, I have New York, but we work the whole country, and it doesn't matter who you are. We explain to everybody, we will help you if you want our help.
And you know what? I like that you said that, because I think a lot of times when people think of insurance, life insurance, any type of insurance, they feel like you have to have a certain income. And this is something that is unreachable, but you're saying that it is reachable for everybody.
It is for everyone. And you know what? Just because I spend $100 a year and you spend $10,000 a year, that doesn't make you better than me. That just means your premium is bigger than mine. So,
okay.
It means you're making more money than me, and you've got assets that have to be protected. The one thing that my partner really, he came up with this. We have Coastal Advisors LLC, but we started something else, which is called mytermlife.ai. And that allows people to go online at that address and get your own quotes
Oh,
fill out the questionnaire, and then it'll come back to you with different pricing. We're there to help you, go through the whole process, but this allows you to do your own thing. You don't have to like get on a phone call or anything. You're gonna go on there. You're gonna look. You're gonna say, "Hey, this is my date of birth, my height, my weight. How much are you looking for?" So I would recommend to everyone out there to take a look
like
at that. So then you don't have to go see somebody or make an appointment or whatnot. You can do it on your phone. It's so simple.
Correct.
And that has been a real big success for us lately. The other thing that we added to it's kind of funny. We made it fun too. So we ended up putting a raffle attached to the site.
Okay.
So the Jets had a home game this past weekend,
Yeah.
and we had 2 winners that joined up on the site,
Yeah.
and it's for free. So they got to go to the game. They got to meet the players and all that. And then we're doing it for the upcoming Giants game. They'll be able to go to the game, do all that, and it's free. So it makes insurance fun because you're doing 2 things. If you do the insurance, it's going to cost you. But the other thing doesn't cost you anything. It's a raffle. It's free.
And why not? Why not do it? And the thing is, if you look at it, it makes it so reachable. You don't feel so intimidated because you may not know the process. So at least you can start to do it.
You can do your homework.
Yes.
Yeah, you do your own homework and you look at it, and then we're accessible to get on the phone and help you through it if that's what you want to do. But it's real simple.
I like that. So now let's go back to you and this idea of leadership. What lessons did you learn from the athletes that you've worked with that you apply in your own sense of leadership?
Well, the guys that there's several. I mean, we work with several hundred, so it's, and a lot of them, what a lot of people don't realize is that when you're a pro athlete, you are successful because it's not easy to be one.
That's right.
Everyone's, oh, he didn't win a Super Bowl. Oh, he did that and did this. But you know what? He is a pro athlete. Not everyone can say that or do it. So they're successful in their own right.
That's right.
Now, when you have guys that have won and you watch their leadership skills, they lead by example.
Yes.
Guys that don't really talk too much, but when they speak,
Everybody
they leave an
listens.
imprint and everyone listens.
Yes.
Those are leadership skills that I've learned to, take in and see from clients and even people who aren't clients, from coaches and, my high school coach all the way through college and beyond.
Did you play a sport?
I played football, so you can see I'm wearing my Terps hat.
I see.
Played at the University of Maryland football, and I was just down there recently seeing my buddy Drew Hampton, who works for the equipment staff. He's the head guy there, and Coach Mike Loxley, who's the head coach, and I always support my alma mater, and I try to get down there. I'm actually going down for a game this year in November,
That's dope.
Homecoming,
So is that why you decided to go in insurance? Because I feel like so many athletes don't get to think beyond their sport. Like when they're in their sport, they're completely focused. That's what you're taught.
Yeah.
And to think beyond that, beyond, the future.
Well, to be totally honest with you, my path is a little different than most because, you try to develop a network no matter what it is that you're doing, okay?
Yes.
So my network was built for me from high school. And what I mean by that is that, when the Jets used to be over here, I had friends that worked there. My guidance counselor's husband was an assistant coach on the staff, and he took me on. He was like my mentor. The reason I went to college was Larry and Joanne Pasquale, who to this day, I actually owe them a phone call, but I wouldn't have went to college if it wasn't for them. And then, my guidance counselor's greatest feat was when she called me to tell me how proud she was that
that's beautiful.
they announced my name over the loudspeaker. That, hey, Rich Salgado got a full ride to the University of Maryland football scholarship. And because I wasn't the most studious student, I can tell you I lived the life of the little rascals, if you believe it or not. It's I did everything with a group of guys, and we did a lot of good and we did some bad, but knock on wood, I survived and off we went. But you know, so getting back to the network thing, these guys that I was friends with that, you know, picked up socks and jocks and helmets and all, they all elevated as we got older to different places. You know, one became a vice president of a team, another guy went to the NFL, another guy went here, went here, went here. And then the guys that I played with at Maryland, some of the guys went to the pros. My roommate is in college was Neil O'Donnell, famous quarterback, and you know, through him, I met a lot of people. I lived in Pittsburgh with him for 3 years, and I was building my network there as well while I was going. And, you know, then all of a sudden, I ended up in the insurance business through a high school friend of mine. And I moved back to New York, and off we went.
So was it intentional, or was it just happened to be that way?
It just happened to be that way. I didn't know what I was going to do after college. You know, I kind of was like, man, what do I do? Like, when am I going to go? And, you know, and I used to think about it quite a bit. And then my neighbor growing up, he was in the insurance business, and he said to me, you need to come work with me. Yeah. And that's how I got started.
It's amazing. It's funny how many people I've spoken to in this space, athletes, CEOs, and it's funny how all the skills that they're going to need in their future, they build it along the way, right? I'm here, I'm a teacher, I'm an athlete. So all of these things that I've learned, I can bring to the space. So you were building the tools that you needed to move into this space of insurance, so that once you got there, it's like, this was your space, this was your purpose, this was your path. Yep. And then to use it not only to help people build wealth, but to impact, you know, to do something for the greater good as well.
Well, you know what, the word that I would use for both of us, and I highly recommend this to everyone out there that's listening, it's called discipline.
Yes.
Discipline. That's what gets you where you need to get to. And, you know, the other word I would say is effort. The effort that you put in is what you get out of something. You know, a lot of people say to me they don't know how I find the energy to do all the things that I do. I don't sit there and I don't have a scale that rates energy or, you know, what's going on. I just know if I have to be somewhere at A, I go at A. If I got to be at B, I go to B. If I go to C, I go to C.
Just do what you got to do.
And you do what you got to do. And one stickler that I'm a real big stickler is being on time. Yes. I hate being late. If I say I'm meeting you at 10:30, I'll be there at 10:25, just like here. I came 10 minutes early. Because I don't ever want to be late, because I hate when I don't want anyone holding me up.
Yes. So
I don't want to do that to, you know, you got to do what you say and believe in what you say. That's right. And time you can never get back.
That's right. You can't. And when you waste time, that's one thing, like when you waste time, you're like, oh my God, there's such a ripple effect.
Yeah.
So you're like, I hate it. I don't like it.